This is gonna be about an hour-long video. Can I talk about bar tape for an hour? No. BikeBlogger here. On my way to work. Topic of the day. Handlebar tape. Handlebar tape. Going a different way to work today. It is kind of early morning. Waking up in the morning. It's a little dreary too. Dreary? Construction. So yeah, today we're going to talk about bar tape. It's one thing I really have never talked about on my channel before. Something I kind of been, you know, overlooking, I think, because there's three main contact points on a bike. It's your butt, your feet, and your hands. That was a glove back there. So yeah, I've talked a lot about pedals. Let's make a right. Let's go down the alleyway. I've talked a lot about pedals and cycling shoes, and talked quite a bit about saddles lately. And I have actually talked about handlebars, but generally you don't just hold on to bare handlebars. I mean, unless you know you got some time trial handlebars or triathlon handlebars or whatever, so you can be the absolute most aero. But most people, including people who race, have and use some kind of handlebar tape to dampen the vibrations. You just squeeze onto it, although you're not supposed to be holding on to handlebars really tight. It does make a big difference versus, you know, just holding on to bare metal bars. I don't know if cyclists ever rode bicycles with no handlebar tape, you know, no sort of material between the metal and the rider's hands, but I would kind of doubt that. I don't know if that'd actually even be dangerous. Let's go right. The car just sitting there. What you doing? What you doing? We're gonna cut through the campus here. I've done this once before. Oh, I smell freshly cut grass. That guy's cutting grass back there. I don't know what the deal is with I wanted to go this way. I don't know what the deal is with cut grass, why it stinks so much. Yeah, in one of my previous videos I made a right back there, and I went down the hill, but this time I'm gonna just kind of stick to the road and go down the hill this way. The trees are changing colors. Looking mighty pretty. Mighty pretty. So this will be a longer video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna have a little clip about my handlebar tape. I'll either put it at the beginning of this video for those that just want to get the quick lowdown and move on to another video, or I might put it in the video, this video, right now. BikeBlogger here. Handlebar tape. It's kind of sticky. It kind of reminds me of grips on a mountain bike. It looks really nice. I guess one of my major complaints with this is it's pretty dang expensive compared to my cork bar tape, which is what I usually use. The cork bar tape is like maybe a third of the price of this bar tape. Basic black color, obviously. This is the 3.0 version, I think. It's the most cushy, most spongy, I guess, you know, so it dampens vibrations really well. I got it here on my my road bike. We'll see how it holds up. I've had it for 2 weeks now. It does look really good. I had to rewrap this tape like several times to get it to feel just right, you know, uniform on my bars. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's not quite as thick as the cork bar tape I usually use from SRAM. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's go! Okay. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I put the video in just right after or whatever, but anyway, so on our way to work today, I got the new handlebar tape. This is the lizard skin handlebar tape. I had to cut up the those clips, you know, multiple times because I didn't redo the video, because I try to pump these videos out once a week, and I was kind of running short on time. Today is Thursday and tomorrow's Friday, and I need to post this video Friday. So anyway, the last clip was cut in a whole bunch of pieces because I kept calling the handlebar tape gator skin tape, not lizard skin, but it's reptile tape. It's reptile tape. So whatever. Because gator skin, that's a Continental branded popular tire, but lizard skin, that's a popular brand bar tape. So whatever. I got confused, and then I was like, I went back and I checked the video, and I was like, oh, I think it's actually lizard skin, not gator skin handlebar tape. And I knew someone was gonna call me out on that, and then, you know, there'd be comments just talking more about my mistake versus what I was trying to, the point I was trying to put across. Anyway, that brings up another point about mispronouncing names of bicycle stuff. Like, I've always called my my tires Schwalbe. I think it's actually Schwalbe, something like that. So yeah, I apologize. I mispronounce cycling terms a lot. That's just because I'm a regular cyclist. I'm not an insider. Shoo. Here we go. I don't know how to get up the curb here, so do it this way. I've jumped the curb back there before, but I see all those cars turning up there. I could have just stayed on the street and turned with the cars, but sometimes the cars are all backed up. So anyway, yeah, I could have jumped the curb back there, but I've done that before, and I actually kind of thought about it a little more since then, and that's really dangerous because there are people who ride this trail pretty fast, and don't want to bump into them. Nobody's coming, so I guess we'll just go. Gotta get to work. Going 16 miles per hour. Are we recording? Yes, we're recording. I brought another battery with me just in case, because it is getting chilly. I don't have full length finger length gloves or whatever, but my fingers are getting kind of chilly. It is getting kind of cold. now that we're reaching near the end of October here. I think, what is it, like just a week or something till Halloween, and then we're into November. So it has snowed here before in November. I can't remember the last time it snowed in October though. I live in the central Midwest United States. Whew. So yeah, bar tape. What bar tape do you use? I've often used, and here's one of those names, SRAM cork, super cork bar tape. Now the correct pronunciation is not SRAM, it's SRAM. Like, you know, like a snake, I believe. SRAM, not SRAM. Whatever. Yeah, I see all these people, they're wearing coats and long sleeves and whatnot. I got long sleeves on, but it's more like just like a basic overshirt. Guess that brings on another topic, which is sweating while it's cold outside, or working hard on the bike while it's cold outside, or shouting at the camera while it's cold outside. Woo! All not good things to do. If you're working really hard, you're gonna sweat, and you could make yourself really cold really fast when it's cold outside because of your sweat. You know, evaporative cooling. If you're shouting at the camera, or you're working really hard and you're breathing in a lot of cold air, you're also gonna make yourself sick. So my recommendation is to not yell at your bike and you know, work on maybe trying to go a little easier and get in some longer rides, but not harder rides in the wintertime when it's cold outside. That's just another little tip. So yeah, what kind of bar tape do you use? Do you use something like lizard skin, or do you use what I've always used for years, which is the cork bar tape? I find that's perfectly adequate. I don't know if I'm gonna buy lizard skins again, because as I've mentioned, I think in the previous clip that I appended onto this video, actually I think I wanted to make a right back there. We'll go ahead and do it up here. I'm trying to mix it up, you know, so I'm not just going continuously straight on a trail here. I want to kind of make some turns and keep it interesting. So let's go right here. But yeah, this lizard skins bar tape I bought, and you know, I admit I bought it off the internet and it still cost me like 30 bucks. It's quite a lot of money, I think, for bar tape. It does have a lot of grip though. So if what you need is a lot of grip on your handlebars, because you don't want to be squeezing onto the handlebars really tight, because that's just gonna, you know, wear out your puny little cycling muscles, puny little arm muscles. You need to be more flexible anyway when you're on a bike. Get those, get the springs inside your body kind of working more. Dampen those vibrations. But you know, the cork bar tape I've used from SRAM is like less than 10 bucks, so, and it works just fine. Alright, let's go dish away. So I'm cutting through the park on my way to work today. Last time I did that on my commute to work, it didn't work out so well. Check out the video. So yeah, bar tape is, this is gonna be about an hour-long video. Can I talk about bar tape for an hour? No, I can't, I'm sorry. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge, or somebody else will. Whew. Over the bridge. wooden bridge. The one nice thing about the colder weather is there's just less people outside, so not having to dodge and weave between all sorts of people that are trying to enjoy the day at the park when a bicyclist is thrust upon them and scares the you know what out of them, sneaking up behind them, their silent bike. Should I get a bell? I thought about that. Thing is, I don't really need a bell usually because I'm not usually on trails like this. I'm on the road, and a bell isn't gonna really help you with cars, although it could help you with pedestrians jaywalking in the road, I guess. And again, I don't live in a very big city like New York City either, though. So anyway, there's another guy's cutting grass over there. This must be the day to cut grass. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if it's like the smell of freshly cut grass or if it's the smell of the lawnmower or what, but oh, it stinks. So, yeah, he's like right on the bike trail. How about that? Screw that. I'm not going right. There's two of them. Let's just stick to the road. To my left there. Huh. Let's get ahead of them. There we go. And what the heck are they doing over there? They got they're tearing up the road big time. I don't know if you can really see it, but they're like pulling up a layer of the road over there. It's causing a traffic jam. Let's avoid that. Fortunately, I wasn't gonna go that way anyway. I planned out my route last night. Talked about this in previous videos. I don't, use a GPS system or anything. I just kind of go by memory. So I'm going a different way to work today. I'm just trying to remember which way I plan to go. Wow, they are really tearing up the street. I finally figured out what was going on near my workplace, because my commute to work, which I'm not going that way today, but they've been tearing up all these residential streets big time all year long. It's been really annoying. And it's because they're replacing the water main, but they have to do that in phases. They tear up the street, they leave the old water main in place for now. They put a new main in, they gotta test it, and then they slowly start moving people's water lines onto the new water main one by one, and they got hundreds of them to do. So it takes a long time. And as you'd probably expect with most cities, at least my city, I always go for the low bid. So they got probably the fewest laborers, and it's just gonna take longer. So, time is money, and if you're not worried about getting it done quickly, then fine. It won't get done quick. It'll take time, but it'll be cheap. So that's why they're still working on it. I mean, we've gone to the moon. Why would it take this long to do something? But it's just because they don't have that many bodies to do it. So that's just how it goes. So it's a little wet here. I think they had the sprinkler on earlier. I kind of got it air shower. See, now here's where the bell would work. On your left. Doesn't always work anyway. Let's go to the right. I hate that when people are just, not paying any attention at all, or they're listening to music or something, and especially mainly if they're taking up the whole road. Oh, gosh. Oh, that stinks. Look at this. They're doing all this work here too. And you can see over there they got new asphalt or tarmac or whatever you want to call it. Blacktop they're putting down, and it stinks. I can smell the tar from all the way up the hill over here. Woo! Fortunately, there isn't a big gust of wind. I think I checked last night and there's about a 6 mile per hour wind traveling. I licked my finger to test and I don't know because I'm moving. I don't know which way the wind's blowing, but it's blowing on me. Gonna have to go over the blacktop a little. And onto the gravel. Oh. Let's not wipe out BikeBlogger. I keep telling myself that. Winter's coming. Winter's coming, BikeBlogger. You'll have plenty of time to fall off your bike onto your butt when it's all icy out. I gotta go this way. Oh. There we go. Now my tire's all, my tire was all black from the asphalt back there, and now it's all white from the gravel. Woo. So we're about to leave the park. Say bye-bye park. And go a little deeper into the city. Oh gosh, I forgot. The bridge over here is out too, I think. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Did they finish working on it? Oh my gosh, I think the bridge is open. They were working on this bridge earlier. It looks like they got new concrete or wood, or I can't even remember what the bridge was made out of before. Yeah, it's open. Wait. Yeah, it's like a wood. Look at that. Brand new bridge. Let me give you a little view. So this is kind of the swampland in the eastern edge of Forest Park here in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't see any ducks. I saw ducks yesterday. It's getting cold. Imagine some creatures are migrating by about now. We're gonna go up those stairs and head to the central west end, and my intention, yeah, check out this new bridge, is to go down Euclid past the medical campus of Washington University, and then we'll cross the highway and we'll go down Manchester Avenue on to work in the bike lane. So yeah, they're all done. Cool. It seems pretty solid. I would hope so. I don't want to be falling through. It's really smooth though. The transition is really nice. They did a good job on that. You know, so there's not like a bump at the end or at the beginning. We'll see how long that lasts. Let's go up the stairs. I'm not at all holding this bike like a true cyclocross racer or anything. I'm just trying to hold it in such a way you guys can see where I'm going versus just down at the steps. Alright. Crossing Forest Park Parkway. There's the Central West End over there. There's a couple hospitals. There's your cars. Whew. I can't really ride my bike here because there's a lot of steps. And this is a road bike. It ain't a BMX bike, unfortunately. Run! Run! I'm going way away from my work right now, so I need to kind of speed this up a little bit more. So, this is a nice concrete bridge. It crosses some train tracks. There's a light rail train that goes underneath here, and there's some live wires under the bridge. Watch out! So, Let's keep going. Let's not electrocute ourselves today. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow and do that. I could almost probably ride this section on my bike. I just really possibly mess up my wheels. Okay, here we go. Now we'll get on the bike and we will continue with our commute today. What were we supposed to talk about today? Oh yeah, bar tape. I just got some standard black bar tape on this bike. I guess that's one really cool thing with Lizard Skins. They do have a lot of color options. Unlike other bar tape. Because they're, you know, a big brand name. Oh man, did I miss the light? Nope. Sweet! We're in the Central West End now. My nose is acting up, which means it's time to get to work. So now we're gonna slowly work our way to work, because we've been kind of going backwards away from work for a while now. So this is Euclid. We're gonna make a right on Euclid. Take it all the way down to the highway. Really smooth street here. Alright, so what we need to do now is cross, that was a big sewer cover. What we need to do now is cross Forest Park Parkway up here. Big road, but we got a traffic light to kind of help us out if people decide to stop when it's red. Lime scooters. Here we go. More construction. See if we can figure out our way around here. We're on the campus now, the medical campus. It said sidewalk closed. I hope I can get through. That was close. Saw that guy pulling out there and he almost hit me. It would have been a quiet accident. So you don't even hear my bike, coasting. I'm gonna go through this park real quick. Kind of exploring. Let's not hit BikeBlogger today. Thank you very much. It's a nice, cool little park. Swing around. As long as there's no one on the sidewalk, because this is a narrow sidewalk. Not like a big multi-use path. So yeah, bar tape. What's your favorite brand? I mean, like I said, I think I'm just gonna go back to SRAM. Lizard skin is cool, you know, and it feels nice. And it has a lot of grip, like, you know, mountain bike grips, which if that's your thing, you know. I've always found rubberized bar tape and grips to just kind of give me calluses on my hands. And I'm pretty sure that's because I'm just gripping too tightly. But they just haven't worked out for me, you know. So I do wear gloves, but even then I get them on my fingers and everything, and my hands are just not, I don't have very manly hands. But that's why I like cork, because it's just always been perfect for me. So, and it's cheap. It's affordable. So I also just like the feel of cork, because it's not, you know, this just kind of feels a little sticky, you know, because it's really grippy. But I'm kind of getting used to the feeling, but I kind of like my bike not to feel, you know, like a sticky mess. And I'm not saying this feels like a sticky mess, but it's definitely more grip, I guess is what I'm getting at. And it's just, I don't know, I just like a more smoother feel, which maybe isn't as safe, but that's what I like. All right. Okay. Alright, let's cross the bridge. On our way to work in the morning. Hopefully we won't encounter any pedestrians on the bridge, because it's kind of tight. There's one pedestrian. Easy. And another pedestrian. So we're crossing the interstate freeway right now. I don't see anyone behind me, but I don't want to stop on the bridge just in case there was another cyclist right behind me. It's I-64, Interstate Highway 64, also known as Highway 40, State Highway 40 in Missouri and St. Louis. It used to also be called the Daniel Boone Expressway, but because, you know, most people who control, you know, things around here are in their 50s and 60s and whatnot, you know, older people, they remember it as Highway 40, so that's just what everyone calls it right now, is Highway 40. I'm sure maybe my generation will be calling it I-64, because that's what we have known it as ever since we were little. But then again, it's so St. Louis to... I'm going the wrong way, kinda, no? No, I will be if I go straight here. So I'll probably stick to the sidewalk. Right here. So, kinda straight ahead here is Kings Highway Boulevard. I'm on the edge of it right now. There's a bunch of houses coming up on my left. They're all like abandoned, I think. I apologize if they aren't abandoned, or if there's actually people living in them. But still gotta go straight here, because that street back there is one way, and I don't want to go down a one-way street. But all these buildings to my left, the majority of them, I believe, are not being lived in right now. They're all boarded up, as you can see, which would be a huge fire hazard if there's anyone living in there. They're actually owned, I believe, by Drury, which is a hotel chain. I could be wrong. And they've been buying up properties all along here with the intention of basically, my opinion, ruin the community here, bring down property values so they can buy up more properties, tear them all down, and put up a hotel. That's my opinion on what's going on here. I apologize, it might not be Drury, it's some hotel chain though. So, and it's not just the hotel business, I believe it's Washington University is also buying up stuff around here, bringing down property values. Non-profits don't contribute in any way tax-wise directly to a city because they're non-profit. That's how my country works. Sure, they'll do donations for things, you know, big donations for stuff, but they don't contribute tax-wise for the properties that are labeled non-profit. Let's go not through street, y'all. So I'm kind of going back and forth here. I'm gonna cut across Kings Highway. That's my intention, at least. And I'm gonna go down an alleyway, and then we'll be on Manchester Avenue. I'm trying to avoid the major intersections because it just slows down the video. Okay, looks like we can go up this way into this driveway, and then onto the sidewalk. So now, we get to have the fun, the pleasure of crossing this road somehow. Maybe I should have gone to the intersection with the traffic light. They are backed up. I don't know what the deal is here. Let's just wait for an opening. A nice big opening. So I'm using the handlebar tape right now. Oh, my nose. Got a runny nose. I'm using the Lizard Skins bar tape right now. Red light over there, which means they're all gonna slow down and eventually stop. Eventually stop. One more guy coming from that way. Two guys coming from that way, and then we should go here. Okay. And it might have been just as quick to go through the intersection. Okay, let's go. It says subway parking. Let's go this way. It says subway parking. Maybe we'll get on the subway. Oh my gosh, cobblestone. Slow down. Slow down. Cobblestone. Okay. See, the funny thing is, there's probably cobblestone under here. You know, that's all they did is they, I just ran over a pin, I think. That's all they do, they just, big truck. They just pave over the cobblestone and those streetcar tracks. So there's actually some history under these roads. There's bodies. No, I mean, there's history of the old, what it used to be like in the good old days. Okay, Mr. Mailman, you're parking your butt halfway on the bike lane and halfway on the sidewalk. So you're breaking two laws. Okay. On our way to work. So, it's pretty much a straight shot to work now. I see a train ahead. There's a train ahead. Let's get up there and maybe we can catch it. Or well, get a close-up look at it. I'm feeling actually pretty good right now. It's about 45 Fahrenheit, and I'm not wearing a lot, just, you know, one little layer and then one upper layer. There's the train. Train, train, train. Oh, so happy. This is a real part of my commute that you can see trains still. Because my old commute, it had a lot of options of seeing light rail and freight. But now this is really the only place I can see trains go by. But I can just follow it for miles. Pretty cool. Kind of feel like I'm in a tunnel or something. It's kind of loud. Fortunately, we're far enough away. Stuff shouldn't be getting kicked up and hitting us in the face. Don't want any of that happening. Train, train, train! Woo. Do the crime. That's what that one thing. And I don't know if you can even hear me anymore. It's really loud. Ugh. Well, that guy was a butt. He's riding in the bike lane. People don't think, you know, I'm a moving object. I'm swerving. That other truck, he was just parked in the middle lane. He wasn't going anywhere. He didn't have to give him a wide berth. I don't get it. Anyway, we're all happy. Train, train, train. Woo. Train, train, train. Should I use a different type of bar tape? Let me know. Maybe I'll buy it. Bar tape isn't that expensive. I'm always open to trying new things. I have bought some Shimano bar tape. I'll probably try that next. That is a long train. How many train cars? Here comes the engine. Locomotive. Train number 6669. Check out my other video, the old Union Pacific train or whatever it was. Uses coal or something. Traveling at a brisk 18.6 miles per hour. Been hitting the green lights. I like this. Hitting the green lights. Whew. Da, 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 da. That was dangerous. They keep repaving the street, and there was a gas valve back there. It was really deep in the ground. They didn't bring it up flush with the street level. It's like a little mini pothole. Dangerous. Oh my gosh, another train! It's going the other way. Woo. Ah, screech! Woo. The train's going behind the shopping center, so you can't really see it. Going 20.6 miles per hour. I haven't changed gear yet. Keeping it easy. Keeping it simple. And my nose is really acting up. Let's see, what time is it? Let's see. So we've been going for like about 40 minutes. It's becoming a long video. Should have brought a tissue with me. I'm not good at that snot rocket stuff. I just make a big mess. Woo! Feeling good. Feeling good. Alright, let's make a right here. In just a second, I want to change the battery because I'm concerned this thing's gonna go dead on me if it hasn't already. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Alright, it says no entry there, so we have to make a right. Oh, almost to work now. Just like a few more blocks. Whew. Creepy. It was making a noise a second ago. Fine. Halloween. That's kind of the big thing right now. They got these like Halloween decorations, and some of them kind of don't make a noise until they notice, you know, something breaks the beam, you know, and then they'll make a noise, you know, break a little, you know, laser beam or something, and they'll like start making noise. Kind of cool, you know, it's like kind of smart. Oh man, that reminds me. Recently, I played with a, I think it's a Nintendo Switch video game. It's like a portable video game system. I don't really play video games anymore, but I was so impressed because it was like the Nintendo 64, the Nintendo Wii, and I guess the PlayStation all in one. It had the controller is what I'm talking about. It vibrated. It had like gyroscopic capabilities, which also meant, you know, you could kind of swing it and make the characters do things on the screen. And it's like, wow, and it's all, you know, wireless. You know, I use batteries. It's wireless, and you know, you can have 4 players on this thing, you know, offline. And it's like, wow. I remember when just a vibrating, you know, controller was, you know, a big thing. You know, that makes me feel old. I mean, that was like probably back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So we're talking like 20 years ago. Wow, how far technology has come, that they can just cram all this down into a little tiny thing. So, yeah, I was impressed. Pretty cool. That's just off topic, but you know, handlebar tape. We're still talking about handlebar tape, right? Yeah. I mean, this gator skin, lizard skin bar tape is pretty sweet. You know, I'm starting to like it more and more, I think, you know, as I ride with it and stuff. One complaint I read about it was that it just doesn't last, especially if you park your bike outside for extended periods of time in the sun or whatever. Maybe it's not treated very well for UV light or something, I don't know. But it can break down, and you know, that's expensive to replace. You know, if we're talking, you know, $30, $40 per pack of bar tape. Or I guess you could look at it like 20 bucks per handlebar side, you know, left and right handlebar side. That's kind of expensive. It is a contact point though, so yeah, I definitely agree. It is worth investing in all the points where your body touches the bike, because you're gonna want that to feel good. It's just almost probably as important as bike fit. You want to feel good while you're on the bike, so it encourages you to keep riding. Woo. So yeah, Halloween is upon us. All those trick-or-treaters getting their candy. They get their sugar fix for the year, right? Oh, I got candy when I was a kid. Other times of the year. Well, I didn't just get it in Halloween, but that's when you get a really big bag of it, though, right? One more guy. All right, then. Empty parking lot. I actually saw a cop car parked back here earlier this week. I was gonna do like my intro video right here in the middle of the parking lot and show you the bar tape and everything, but the police car was like parked exactly where I was gonna do it at. I didn't feel like, you know, doing it right in front of the police car, but he or she probably wouldn't have minded, but they might also call it loitering. What are you taping a BB video in a vacant parking lot? You're just loitering. Don't you know who I am? I'm the BikeBlogger. Okay. That about does it for me. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below, especially if you like this video. See you next time.